I'm looking at the fourth section of the Sulam Tao. As a beginner, I used to enjoy this one hell of a lot. So let's look at it from this position here. The first thing you'll see, you're still back in your hands are back here. The left hand opens, and from here you push down and lock the arm up to a gum sound. Yeah, it's to press. And then from here you open the right hand and you lock it up and to press. So imagine that you're going into the loft and you need to push down. And the important thing is to lock out. Yeah? So this is to push and hit someone, it's to lock out. So that arm, there's no chance of that arm ever bending. So you've got to do it. Then what you've got to do is make sure you can't see where from the camera angle, but my fingers are pulled up and the heel is pushed down. So I don't want the fingers facing down when I'm up here, and as my toes are facing in the iris, my hands want to touch in the side of me. But the point is, I don't want the shoulders up, I want the shoulders down, and I want the fingers pulled up towards the ceiling and the heels pushed down. And you've got to think about locking the arms out, locking them out, and really focus on locking it out. And there's no way that someone tried to make that collapse is going to collapse. And then the best analogy I've got is actually you're going into the loft and you push yourself up. And that's the idea, and then you lock out. Because when you lock out, then you can hold your own weight. But if your arm's bent, you'll start finding it's collapsing. So the first two movements, when you do this from here, is your left hand goes down, 1, 2. Then from here you relax and you come to the small of the back. So if you can see, I don't know if you can quite see, but it comes here where your kidneys are and rests from here. The elbows need to come in, yeah? Not out, but from this position here. So I don't want to see them out, I want to get them as much as I can. Okay, some of you might not have flexibility and your elbows here, but what I want to do is make sure the elbows are pressed in. So if the instructor goes here and pulls your elbow, you should feel tension in the elbows being pulled together. And then from here, you hit with the heel of the hand, not downwards, but actually into your opponent if he was holding you from behind. So you hit backwards. And then from here you hit with the heel of the hand, and you must try and knock the arms out. So again, some of you who are very strong and active, and you've done a lot of weights, you might find trouble and flexibility in the shoulder and the elbows. Then you just hold it there for longer, and over the course of time and training, you want to find your arm stretches. So the smaller back, from here, push down and lock out. So now your arms are hitting from here. And you don't want to be hitting here, so you don't want to see this. You want to see that it's hitting behind you and locking the arms out. Then from here you relax, and it comes back. So when you relax, it comes back to the small of your back, and then comes round to the front. Watch how the hands move from here, and this wrist circles to this position here. This is your centre line, and I make a little triangle with my hands from this position here. And then from here, what I want to do is I imagine I want to push the person away. Push. Yeah? So someone comes into me, wants to wrestle me, I want to push him away. Push the person away. So you've got to lock the arms up. Again, I think of it as a plane coming to land. You've got to get the wheels locked out. If you don't lock those wheels out, you're going to crash land, and the person's going to be able to smash in and take you out. So when you're training the form, you're here, you straighten your arms, bang, and lock them out. Your hands are turned slightly inward so it matches your footwork. Now from here, your arms are locked out, you relax, and you come to double lance out with your left hand on top. They should be parallel. Common things, mistakes you're looking for is this happening or this happening, too high, too low. The centre line is sandwiched between the two arms. You don't want to have the shoulders up, again, keeping your shoulders nice and relaxed. So focusing, hands straight, not touching, just slightly apart from here. While in your stance from here, driving from the shoulders first and not with your hands, you pull your hands out and then you fax out, chop. And what you're looking for is stretching, 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 stretching. And what we're looking for is that it's actually at your throw height. Common mistakes is that sometimes one's high, one's low, yeah, or they go behind themselves. And what you want to do is go behind. So I've got a wall here. If I stand against the wall here, with a chop, I shouldn't hit the wall. That's very, very important. So imagine you're trying to touch the left wall and the right wall. So you're getting stretching, stretching, stretching. So you do your double lance out, you chop, and then you come back with power, boom, and this time it's the right hand on top. Common mistakes when you come back power, obviously you go too far and you're readjusting. These are all the things you have to practice, guys. Chopping and back. Now the classic hard thing is how to get the jumps out. The left hand that's underneath knees to circle. Can you see? The wrist moves. And then from here, you go into what we call double jump sound. Again, working along these two lines here, the centre line down the middle, the midline, and the two vertical lines. And what's happening is that this hand folds underneath and goes forward, not down. Not down and not straight, but forward. And with the elbow low. And you see my shoulder sinks, so I keep the elbow low to protect myself. So if somebody want to hit me in the body, there's my jump. Can you see? I go there, I tense my stomach muscles up and squeeze here. Don't try and pull your arms in, but just imagine someone's hitting you and you always put your weapon in front of you to protect your body. So what you're going to do, the left hand comes underneath and jump. The hands are parallel, so when I look from the side I want to see one above, one low, one forward, one back. So you're going to work on your symmetrical from this shape. Jump style, fist distance away from your body again, very, very key point. Thumb bent out, tip turn here. Looking for the fingers not splayed apart, but actually put together. From here, we open up to the tarn style, and imagine it's a book. So this is a line here, we open the book. What we don't do is circle on the inside, or close it on the inside, so we're going to be on the outside of the line. So we open the book. So in the double tarn cell, go from here. From here we lift the arms up to the shoulder height. And you can see actually it's slightly up, a little bit higher in the shoulder. On the camera it looks like I'm lifting to my chin. So about this height, shoulder height from here. When I do this from here, I want to close the book and I will now go on the inside. But actually all it flips, this doesn't flip here from the elbow, what it does it just flips here from the wrist. We have two bones here, the ulnar and the radius. So the radius rolls over the centre line for there, this one. What I don't want to see is the elbow go out. So here, there's no elbow movement. It's just the hand rotating over. Because we have a concept of, one of the mottos of Chun, immovable elbow. So again, we can go into that theory later. So the elbow does not move. So I do my tok cell, I close the book, and then what I do is I jut down. Jut means jerk in hand. So what I do is I jut down. What I don't do is jump backwards. I go forward. So as my hand goes down, if you notice it on the camera, as it goes hands down, it becomes more distance. So in order to do that, we need to, as our hand becomes, as we jump down, it comes more distance. What we need to do is push the shoulder forward. And again, this is stretching and elongating all your ligaments and joints from here. So we've done our tok cell, we close the book, we jump down, and then we strike to the eyes, yeah, and then we go down with the palm, belt level, yeah, then we switch the hands here, and then we hit underneath the chin, and with a slight movement apart, and then all we do is pull the hands here, and back. So what you're getting, so from here the double tarn, boom, forward, open the book, up, yeah, close the book, and jump forward, strike towards the eyes, go down with a straight hand, look, it goes follow, so it goes follow, 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 till it's up to belt level, then reverse it, and boom, from the chin. Circle, and pull back. I'll do the whole complete sequence. Left gum, right gum, it's the smaller back, hip backwards, come and touch your back, circle around to the front, gum cell push away, left hand over right, fat cell chop, right over left, left jump cell, it comes underneath to double jump, open the book, tok cell, close the book, jump cell, view, down and up, and circle and pull your hand back. So, and you keep repeating that over and over again, guys. Do it 10, 20, 30 times. Remember this concept, 10,000 times to become a master at everything that we do, 10,000 hours. Train hard, fight easy, and have fun.